So many people want quietness because they have too much noise. But I'm standing out here and, well, you might be able to hear my feet on the gravel. The wind is blowing towards me very gently. It's probably 10 miles an hour max. And then there's a plane going overhead at 36,000 feet approximately. And I can hear that too. And the birds, well, they're very noisy. I'm leaning on a gate, and you may just have heard it rattle then. And then some cars going by a few hundred yards away. But for me, essentially, it's a calm, quiet, peaceful day. It's lovely. There's a softness to it, which we've not enjoyed this winter very much. And I'm looking at hedges that are very healthy now. They've burst into leaf. At a guess it's hawthorn, but I can't tell. I think all the blackthorn flowering is probably passed over now. It was very energetic a few weeks back, maybe even a month back. And there's something that always gives delight. There's all these beautiful trees, some of them, well, I suppose all of them, on the edge of fields. There's no tree I can see easily that's in the middle of a field. And then far up on the horizon, and literally just before the sky starts, in a group of trees there's a copper beech. And for me and those I love, we often talk about copper beeches. Over my lifetime they've become symbols of something I can't quite define. I think it's because they are beautiful and they stand out from everything else. So once you've got an eye for them, you're always going to notice a copper beech. In terms of bird life, it's very tame at the moment. I mean, it's a beautiful day. I mean, I would assume there must be buzzards and red kites on the wing. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong direction, but I've got a lot of sky here and I can't see a thing. Not a wee birdie floating on a thermal or anything. I'm slightly bemused by that, but maybe, it's not a show. They don't have to turn up at a given hour. That's part of the fun, I think. No. And I haven't really described the scene in front of me adequately, so excuse me. It's a green paddock. I'm always a little bit sad because it's new ley, spelled L-E-Y, so they've put in new seed because they want an abundant crop, and they'll probably put nitrogen on it, or they've had the nitrogen now, and it'll shoot up and give them a lot of grass, and a lot of milk will be produced. However, there's, hardly a flower to be seen. Maybe along the edges there's been dandelions, there's a few still in flower. I'm looking, it's a pattern right along the edge, and maybe it's somewhat distant to me. I don't think it is cow parsley, but something similar to that in the hedge, quite a long way away from me. So it's not a thing of joy for me, but it's a lovely field nonetheless. It's got a complex shape. It goes away to a corner that you can't see round. And then the fields rise up on the hill, very gently, but probably quite a few hundred feet. And mainly the horizon is trees. In whatever direction you look, I would say 180 degrees of trees, or more than that. And you've got a little patchwork of fields. Nothing dramatic, nothing ornate. Very simple. So this would be, at a guess, a 10, 12 acre field, going up to maybe a 4 to 6 acre field, attached to a very big field. Again, that could be 10 acres. And that is my main horizon view. And I think that goes into another very large field. The reason I'm not sure is because the division is hidden from me by a lower division of fields. So what is the sky doing? Well, I think it's very thin stratus cloud. So I think if I stood here forever, I'd get very badly sunburnt because the cloud's not really stopping the UV or the heat. I feel very warm, but the breeze is stopping me being too warm. And is that a blackbird in the distance? Somebody's whistling away. You sharp-eared folk will tell me what it is or what it was. Yeah, I think that's a blackbird quite a few hundred yards away to the south of me. So yeah, I'm essentially looking south. The sun is directly below me, or in line with me, and it will move around to my right to the west, and I think it'll be a lovely evening. I'm going to be far away by the time you hear this podcast, and back again. So nothing tumultuous to describe today, nothing dramatic, but the breeze has just picked up now. I would think it's 15, maybe gusting 20, but it's a warm breeze. What a difference temperature makes. I mean, I like cold weather, and you'll hear that repeatedly, but we all need to rest, and we all need to have gentle time in our lives. And this is a gentle moment for me that I'm sharing with you. Thank you for listening.